I have no idea, out of people listening to this, how many people will have built a trail. I have no idea how much you think about it when you
leave a comment if you've built a trail.
But I go to a bike park and I do think about it. It's not lost on me that every inch of the trail that you go along has been kind of put there or managed or like made.
Yeah.
Do you think that's something that's been lost, or do you think that's unimportant nowadays?
I think when people go there, not a lot of people aren't going to be thinking about that. Like you guys had your experience with the teams, didn't you? And it's sort of, I guess, it gives you that window into it. It gives you that insight into like how much is involved in putting a track on the ground and keeping it there. But it's not important for our customers to know all of that. I mean, it's great, and it probably would have an appreciation of like what's involved if they knew it.
What about for like mountain biking in general? Obviously, like on a personal level, you don't want anyone to have to like wheelbarrow dirt around in order to enjoy biking. But okay, the reason I'm asking is I personally think it's got lost a little bit. I feel like it helps me knowing. It stops me from insiding some of your turns. It like maybe, I don't know. It just I look around and I feel like it has changed over the years, and like I think it's a good thing to pile up a landing.
Yeah,
because
realise how long it takes, and
it takes so long.
Yeah.
Like from a kid, I've been piling up landings, and I understand why someone's mean to me if I chainring one. You know what I mean? They're no longer mean. They're just piled up the landing.
Yeah,
I guess that's the thing. Like with the trail centre vibe, sometimes that people are just like, oh, I've paid to ride here, so I'm just gonna almost do whatever I want. But you've kind of got to limit that, haven't you?
Yeah, I guess
the trails have got to be like adapted so that that's not happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think you get that like a sense of appreciation when you've done it, don't you?
Yeah,
you appreciate which
is great fun as well. It's good feeling that
wherever you ride, whether it's bike park or sort of like local trails, or definitely dirt jumps. To the graft that people put in, and it's always a small group of people. I think it is inspirational to see what some people do in their spare time.
I feel like the experience we had should be something that you open up to like punters. They could come for the day. Yeah. It's like a day's trail building gives you a free day on the hill one day or something like that.
They've got to have a night out with the trail crew.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Because you guys didn't.
We didn't do a night out with the boys, no.
It's a good team.
Yeah, no doubt. So when you were starting to build all of the trails, early days, were you also doing the other stuff as well? There's so much more going on.
Outside of Bike Park Wales?
Planning buildings, services that's going in, all that sort of stuff.
Yes, but we did delegate out so we could focus in on like core responsibilities. So thankfully, once the build started, prior to the build, we were all kind of involved in everything to some extent. But when we actually broke ground and started building, like Anna and Liz looked after the visitor centre itself and sort of trying to manage that contractor there. Yeah. Martin was leading slightly more on the legal side and our lease negotiation, as well as having oversight of the buildings. And I would focus more on everything outside of the buildings. So Uplift Road, getting that built. Obviously the trail network, the underpass, the tunnel. Yeah. So we did blinker a little bit through that period, and then we got to operational phase when we opened our doors.
Were you there on that first day?
Yeah. It was
1,500 people or something.
It's something we'll never forget, definitely, because it was such a long build up. And I think they touched on it before, but we were there like midnight the night before, and it's pitch black, and it's just a very surreal feeling. There's no one else there, just us, because all the contractors have gone home. And then we're like, it's happening, tomorrow is the day. Yeah. And we hit our date. And, that was a milestone in itself, because we set a target date and we advertised it, and there's always a risk we wouldn't get there.
Like 7 months prior as well?
No, I think we decided... We gave ourselves a little bit of wiggle room, but we still committed like 3 or 4 months out. So it could all have gone wrong. Hit the date, and then morning came round, and it was just that feeling of being completely overwhelmed by what was happening, but also a sense of excitement that people are into it.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like it's not just a pipe dream. It's like people want this, and by the number of people who came through the door, and also just like chatting to people and seeing the buzz that was there, it was a real buzz. Yeah, so that was a pretty exciting day.
Sick.
So day one, what were people excited about in terms of trail building? Because you've talked about flat turns and like adding berms. It seems obvious now, but like it wasn't necessarily obvious all those years ago. But what about at the start of Bike Park Wales? Which trails were super exciting to people? Was there any surprises there in what the general population liked?
Yeah, I think people were enjoying the fact that you had a diverse collection of trails together.
Right.
Like that's what I was picking up, is like the buzz that they could go and ride something like pretty gnarly, like nothing super gnarly, but like steep and tech, and then just have the most cruisy, fun, you know, massive train with riders on a blue. And probably the blues are the things that stood out, because like that style of fast, flowy blue was new. You know, I think that is really the place that sort of put that style on the map, in the UK anyway. So yeah, I think people were loving that because everyone could ride them. Like they were accessible, so like anyone who went there could have a go. But you had people sending it down there. You know, whether you're a racer, a hooker, whatever, it was accessible to everyone.
I found it. I've just got back from Slovenia. Have you been to Mount Pika or Petsen?
Petsen? No, I haven't.
Trail.
I followed your trip though. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that flow trail really blew my mind, because obviously you see blues being popular, but this trail, it's 20 minutes probably long.
Wow.
Flow trail. It's a big mountain, but you have everyone. You have a guy on a fat bike. You have a kid on a like a 16-inch wheel bike, and then you have us going as quick as you can. And it blows my mind that's like possible, and that is a blue trail. It's like a true blue trail. It's not difficult, but it's super fun. Like that wouldn't have happened without.
No.
Rollers.
Yeah.
I think that's that whole development of flow trails, isn't it? You know, that's come about. You know, it's been in the last 10 years really. Those going out across Europe, well, and the world. Yeah. But they're super fun. You don't want to just ride that. Yeah. But with everything else, they're great.
Yeah, totally. I met Diddy Schneider the other day.
Okay, yeah.
He's quite a flow trail forefather, isn't he?
Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Hey man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
Can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah, I love
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love on your face.
On my face?
Yeah.
And so they can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.